How's it going, guys? I am Matthias, and today we're going to be doing a review of the Logitech MX Master Series mouse. Now, this is a powerhouse of a mouse. It's got a lot of features. Let's dive right in. So the Logitech MX Master is coming off of the previous mouse's success, which was the Logitech MX. That previous one is still a great mouse, and actually it's gone down in price. I'll include all the links to all the products down below. You can find the previous one at like 62 bucks and this new one at about $99. One of the coolest features that this mouse has is that it can connect to multiple devices without having to repair. So there's a button on the bottom of the mouse. If you click it, you can switch between devices. So you're able to connect to a laptop, your desktop, maybe even a TV computing scenario or a tablet. 3 different devices. The mouse also has multiple ways to connect to different computers, that being Bluetooth and the unifying receiver. One of the things I noticed though with Bluetooth is that there is a bit of lag. So right when I come back to the computer after I haven't used it in a while, I'll move around and click for about a second before anything actually registers. Now I don't know if there's a sleep mode that you can turn off. Either way, it's a bit annoying. If you switch to the unifying receiver, which is a little USB dongle, then it's instantaneous response, although it's susceptible to interference from all your other peripherals on your desk. Now the Logitech MX Master can connect either to your PC or Mac, so it's compatible with both, and that's the great thing, is that it actually has independent software for both systems, so you can actually take use of all those extra buttons. So when you're a power user, the more buttons you have, the more efficient you can potentially be, so long as you can harness them in the correct way. And this mouse has a lot of extra buttons. It's got one right under the thumb, it's got 2 above the thumb, it's got a horizontal scroll wheel, and one, I believe, right above the top scroll wheel, along with the regular left and right click. However, some of the button placement is really awkward, such as the ones right above the thumb. Those are really hard to distinguish which one you're pressing, so when I use the mouse, I have those 2 buttons to do the exact same thing because I don't personally have enough dexterity to distinguish pressing between the 2. Just like their previous mouse, Logitech has included a really interesting scrolling experience, so that when you move it just a little bit, it'll click, but when you spin it a lot faster, it's going to be a much more smooth experience until you tap it again to engage that clicking mechanism. And in the software, you can actually control at what speeds the mouse starts to go into that smooth rotating fashion. Now the left and right mouse button are very easy to click. Very, very light clicks. It doesn't take a lot to engage a click. Wow, I've said click like 8 times. There are a lot of advantages to that, whether you're gaming or you just don't want to move your muscles as much, but I personally like a heftier click, but that's just personal preference. Overall, the construction of the mouse and the materials are high quality and what you'd expect paying $100 for a mouse, although the design of it leaves something to be desired. Logitech boasts on their site that this is hand sculpted and handcrafted to retain maximum comfort for your hand and wrist in a most natural position. However, a natural position for a hand is much more vertical, like this. When you twist your wrist to make your hand horizontal, you can cause some pretty serious damage to your hand, wrist, and shoulder. So this claim of natural positioning of your wrist is very misleading. Many people who suffer from carpal tunnel syndrome, such as myself, will receive extreme pain in their hand, wrist, or shoulder from using this mouse for extended periods of time. So if you're like me and you're a power user and you plan on using this mouse for 8 hours a day, 5 to 6 days a week, then this is not your mouse. If you don't have carpal tunnel syndrome, you can still cause a lot of damage to your hand, wrist, and shoulder if you're not using ergonomic solutions. If you're just gonna edit a couple hours a day, or you're just gonna browse the internet or play some games, this mouse can be a great addition to your setup. The mouse's steep price is most likely because it's geared towards power users, yet power users can't use it because of its lack of ergonomics. Aside from that, it's a fantastic mouse, and if you wanna get it, links down in the description below. If you guys like this video and want to see more reviews, please give this video a like in the comments down below. I'm very curious about your ergonomic solutions and what you do to maintain health in your work life. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to MTech for more of the same. See you next time.